France 24's Antonia Kerrigan is at the National Rally protest in Paris. Good afternoon, Antonia. What is the atmosphere like at the rally right now?
Well, so the rally's just wound up. The speeches have just come to an end. But the square behind me was not quite full. The capacity is 8,000. We're not sure exactly how many were here, but it was certainly more than half full today. We know that supporters were shipped in from across France. We know 20 coach loads and 8 minibus loads were laid on by the party organisers to bring in supporters from across the country. Everyone who came was searched on arrival, perhaps reflective of organisers' concerns about the possibility of such an event getting out of hand. We also noticed there were no handmade placards today. Everyone was brandishing party official affiliated printed signs, either expressing general support for Marine Le Pen or calling to save democracy or calling for her 2027 presidential bid victory. Now, that suggests there is a clear party line. And indeed, Le Pen herself said on Friday that this was not a protest against the judiciary, but the starting gun of the presidentials. The aim today was to show that she is supported and that she certainly intends to be a candidate in those presidential elections. There were repeated chants of Marine Présidente, just to illustrate that. Of course, she and her second-in-command, Jordan Bardella, were met with absolutely uproarious cheers from the crowd, as were video messages sent from far-right allies across Europe, including Viktor Orban and Italy's Matteo Salvini.
Now, this event has been carefully stage-managed so as to not appear anti-judiciary, but Marine Le Pen and Jordan Bardella addressed the rally, and there seemed to be a real theme of persecution going on there.
That's quite right. Both Marine Le Pen and Bardella were careful to condemn violence and any threats of violence, but their language was extremely strong when it came to commenting on Monday's ruling. Marine Le Pen said they need to stop accusing us of criticising a judicial ruling. Quote, "This is not a judicial ruling, it's a political ruling." She then later on said it's not justice, this is called a witch hunt. There were repeated references throughout the 4 different speeches to a system which, according to Marine Le Pen, will keep itself in power, protect itself to stay in power at all costs, while Éric Ciotti, not from the National Rally but an ally of their party in the French political theatre, he said those who cannot win at the polls now look to eliminate opposition. So even though they were very clear that this is not a protest against all judges, the integrity of the judiciary was absolutely dragged through the mud by these different speeches, and there was a great deal of language of conspiracy. It's also worth noticing that for what we're calling a campaign rally, what we're calling a kick-off to the 2027 presidential elections, was very light on the policy. The common talking points were touched on. That's to say mass immigration and the so-called threat from the far left. And there were, of course, chants of "On est chez nous," which is, of course, roughly translated as "this is our country." But this, of course, all against the backdrop of a strong focus on Monday's ruling and a judiciary that is out to get Marine Le Pen and Jordan Bardella in their view.
Thank you very much for that, Antonia Kerrigan.